need to do when starting your wealth journey as a rookie. My name's Arnold Lewis, and this is the ATP Network, where it's everything overseas basketball. I help athletes prepare for a life mentally, physically, wealthy, becoming wealthy, all the above in the overseas basketball life, man. Glad to have you guys back with another daily live, just trying to give update and information on all kinds of things. And I'm working on my public speaking, working on my introductions, working on everything just to get right as an athlete, business owner, CEO, all of the above. And to be able to do that, you got to know how to speak well. You got to know how to intro. You got to know how to speak what needs to be said in a way that people can receive it. And I'm just hoping that you guys can receive it. This great information that I'm trying to pass to you today to get you wealthy. Today's topic is going to be the rookie investing checklist, things that overseas basketball players should have if they are a rookie. First one, secure your foundation. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Keep it liquid in a high yield savings account and something that covers the rent, food, travel, and off season gaps. If you can't survive an injury or late payment, don't invest it yet. I believe I just spoke about that yesterday on the last live about having money set aside. You want to build a 3 to 6 months emergency fund. You gotta have that emergency fund, especially when it comes to hooping. Have your original emergency fund, and when it's emergency fund, that means money that you don't touch unless something dire happens. You're just riding down the road, transmission just explodes in your car. Can't help that. You can't help that. You got to go get that fixed. That's an emergency. Someone gets sick, goes to the hospital, or needs a quick checkup. Kids, that's an emergency. You got to go run to go get someone from any issue, like real emergencies, not money. You just feel like I want to go out this weekend, so I'm using that money and turn up on it. No. 3 to 6 months. You're getting paid $2,000 a month as a rookie, $1,500. Let's just say two bands, $2,000 a month. You want to work first to get at least, I would say, if you're getting like 2 hour work to get like $10,000, just set to the side. Set to the side that way you don't have to touch it. In high yield savings account, you go to your bank, you can ask for CDs. You can go to Chat GPT and look up the best places to have a high yield savings account for your money to put $10,000 in. That's the simplest, most easiest way I can say to do it. Just do it that way. Keep it liquid. That means don't put it in something that you can't touch, but you also want to put it in some place that is earning. I remember I used to use this one app called Public. It was a new app because I used to listen to this podcast and they used to talk about using this app for options and you get money back from it and whatever. And they just had a high yield for money that sat around. So when I had money in there, they were paying like 4.6% on the money that's just sitting there on that $10,000. So it was worth it sitting in there because you're not going to get paid that much in a bank account at all. But just having it sit there in the account, or you put it in the high yields account, savings account, and it just earned the money on about, I had like, I don't know, maybe 10, 11,000 in there. But I know I had 10,000 in there at one time. And you put it in there, it's accumulating, and it might be in a month you might get like 30, $40, but it's adding up that you don't have to touch. That's the whole point. You never want to have your money sitting in. You want to have the money that's just sitting there, that's not earning no money, as in a place bare minimum. Like, I'm never gonna have my money sitting in 10,000 sitting in the bank just not doing nothing unless I'm about to use it on something. But just sitting there for like a year's time worth, it's ludicrous. Yep, absolutely ludicrous. You want to have stuff that's the emergency account. You want to put in something that you can access real quickly. And then you want to have another account that covers your life outside of basketball. You don't want to be using your emergency account for life outside of basketball. Your food, your housing. That is what your salary is for. Cover these things, especially you always want to save. I used to have an account as I'm saving. I always have an account that I have for when I go home. When I'm overseas, I have an account for what I use when I'm overseas, and then I have an account for what what I use when I'm going home. So I'm already saving for when I'm going home. I already know, okay, let me at least put like $500 a month to the side for when I go home. Because when you go home, immediately you're gonna have to spend a lot of money off rip. That's just the way it is. Always happens. You're just gonna just drop a bunch of money. You want to already have something already there that you don't have to tap in too much to your salary, and you have something that can get the ball rolling for you. That you don't have to just be so stressed to get right back to playing because you don't have money. It's really about just the money management. It's all about the money management. The key to everything when it comes to your money is how you manage it. Manage it. Step 2, separate your money up. Separate your money. One account for basketball income, one account for investing only, and one account for daily spending. Money with rules last longer. It's about managing your money. It's all about managing your money. If you can manage your money, one account for basketball income, that's the money you get from playing, your salary, whatever you get a month. One account for investing only. This is I always say, your financial house. You're building your financial house. You want to have at least 10% of your money that comes out of your check. For basketball players, and you early and you coming out and you're a rookie, you probably still staying with people. You staying with your peoples and whatever. You're not really paying that much. You don't really have that much overhead, or normally. I can't speak on everybody's situations, but you should be like taking out 20% at least to be investing. If you can pay $2,000 a month as a rookie, you should be paying at least $200 to your investment account. I'm sorry, that straight up. 200%. I mean, 20%. If you're making 2,000, that's $200. 20%? No, that's $400. You should be paying at least $400 towards your account, building your house. 10% is 200. Yes. Step 3: learn the basics before buying anything. Before you invest into any market, I have a video that I made, I don't know how many days ago, but it was just what I would invest in if I was a rookie and starting all over. These are the things that I would invest in all over. And that video is up on the lives. You can go look for that video. And the stock market, I believe, is the best way to start building your wealth, hands down, especially for basketball players, because it's so accessible. It's so accessible. You can move around so easily. You know, if I'm in the real estate, which is cool, you got to depend on other people because you're doing your work outside of the country. So you're basically depending on other people when it comes to real estate. Like I have properties, I have land and things, but even just to maintain the land, I got people right now doing some janky stuff with my land, and I cannot do nothing with, like, physically or purposely go out and do anything because I'm here overseas across the water. So it's difficult to manage and do things with it because I'm not physically there. With your assets online, with basically your stocks and stuff like that, it's so much easier to manage. It's 10 times easier to manage, I believe. This is what I've been using. This is what started me along my journey. This is what started me to get into the real estate because I've had extra money to be able to invest because I put it into the market. And you have to understand what you're investing into. Stocks versus ETFs versus index funds. You have to read and do some research. You have to go listen to other people that are actually talking about these type of wealth things. This is why I am here, the Money Playbook. Speaking about all the things that I know about when it comes to about wealth building, things I wish I would have known, things I think you should know starting off as a rookie, starting off as, just not even going to say starting off as a rookie, because this right here pertains to dang near so many people that I've interacted with. So many people that I interacted with, this hits hard so much. Like I said, I believe on yesterday's video, I was talking to a friend of mine, and we talked about 30, 40 minutes, and he was just like, man, I got to get started on the stocks and information. And he's probably like 10 years in, 8, 9 years in as well. There's guys I know 12, 13 years in, haven't really got started in properly. Everybody started when the Robinhood was really booming, when the whole Dogecoin, because everybody's trying to get in Dogecoin where you can buy it. That's kind of what popped Robinhood off. So everybody kind of got into the Robinhood things and the options or whatever. And either they, like, and during that time I invested and got burnt. So if you invested in during that time, you got burnt, you kind of run away with it because you kind of like scarred. I got a homeboy that was scarred. Perfect example. He put like for all of his salary in there. He probably made like 20,000, and then the market crashed, and because he didn't have rules and he didn't have no understanding of the market and he didn't understand what he was putting it in, he just got wind from a friend that, hey, you should put your money in here, and he did it. And yeah, it worked for a while, but then after that, everything came crashing down, and he lost about $40,000. That'll scar you. That'll scar you. For me, it happened last year when Trump did the whole tariff things. I lost about a good $15,000. Didn't scar me. I lost that in the auction markets. In my long-term account that I'm telling you guys, which is what you need to be my financial house, it grew over 50% because of that drop. So yes, it's rules to trading that I had to understand. But my long-term account, my house that I'm building, my financial house, was one of the best things that could happen to me because I understand what I'm doing. I took the time to understand what stocks to invest in, what in ETFs to invest in, know the difference between the long-term investing versus the trading. I was very new into the trading. That's why I lost a lot of money. But in the investment, I've been doing into the long term. I've been doing that for years, 2-3 years. So I kind of already had a grasp on that, and I was able to benefit from it greatly. Greatly. Except that slow growths beat gambling. Confusion leads to losses. And this is very key, very, very key, because we live in a flip society. We live in a flip society. Everybody wants to know what's the next flip, what's the quick flip, what money can I give and come back and flip it real quick. Go ahead. That's the society we live in. Not what skill can I develop that can pay me $500 a day, that can pay me $1,500 a day. That those are skills that can be developed. We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about what's the next flip. And that's why I'm coming on here saying abandon that thought process. Abandon that thinking of quick flip and start thinking of compounding. Because remember, think about it as your basketball career. You didn't just get a quick gig and then just out of nowhere. No, you had to work for years and years and go through high school and middle school and college and then a chance at the pros. And then you had to build your way up to even earn some money for real. It didn't happen overnight. You had to build consistently. Becoming a pro basketball player wasn't a quick fit for you. You didn't just wake up and say, I'm a pro basketball player today, and then I'm going to go get a job, and then I'm going to get paid and travel around the world. It didn't happen for you like that. It didn't happen. I can't speak about you, but it didn't happen for me like that. And it dang sure didn't keep me 12 years. I didn't last 12 years from a quick flip. No, it took work, compounding, consistency, discipline. Hey, guess what? That's what your account needs to be as well. Work, consistency, discipline, learning, watching game film, watching yourself, training, studying, learning, mentors, training, trainers, all these things just to be good at playing basketball. Guess what? It's the same thing for your financial account. It's the same thing for your investment account. All these things you have. When I think about it, it's the exact same reflection. I had to work, which is studying, back testing on trades, studying, looking at charts, studying, looking at courses, going through courses and learning new things, watching hundreds, reading hundreds of books on finance, wealth, listen to hundreds of podcasts, hours and hours, over 1,000 hours is not even compared to how much time I've been. 2-3, but I'm on like 3 going on 4 years now of just my wealth journey that I believe, and it just comes in spurts. I didn't get it all in front. The first beginning is not understanding anything and sticking with it. That's what the discipline part. I don't understand anything, but I'm gonna be disciplined and stick with it. I understand that I don't know, but I'm gonna stick with it. That's the way to discipline. Being consistent. It's just like when you first started, you didn't just wake up and know how to hit a crossover, step back, jump shot. No, you had to get up, practice a crossover, practice pound dribbling in the basketball, practice first shots before you go into pick a random stock that you don't know. No, you had to go and find out what's the best ones, what's the best thing in investment, what's the information that I learned from other people who have been doing this for years and years and years, mentors, trainers, how many multiple coaches you're gonna have that giving you game on what you need to do. Different mentors give you different aspects. It's like when you have different coaches from different leagues, you pick apart little pieces and stuff like that. Getting information that helps you in your game for whatever part you in. Sometimes you might be aggressive in this season. Sometimes you might be aggressive in your account. Sometimes you just need to set it and forget it. Some seasons you're just chilling. But the whole point is you're just working and working, discipline and consistency. The consistency of I'm going to invest every month, no matter what. I'm going to invest every month, no matter what. That's the discipline. Step 4, start with simple proven assets. Example, S&P 500. S&P 500 is probably one of the simplest things you can invest in. On average, let's just go look. I like to pull up numbers. What has been, soon as ChatGPT upgrades its processing system, and they can stop freezing up when you try to click on a new tab. Y'all need to get it together. Y'all got all this money. Y'all trying to come out for evaluation. Y'all trying to partner with everybody, and y'all can't even get y'all processing right. Y'all trying to update the program so fast that it crashes every single time you try to open up a new page. I hope you guys are enjoying my rant as well as I wait. What has been the average return of the S&P 500 over the last 10 years? I believe I did this yesterday. If you could earn 25%. But let's just say you don't know what you're doing. You're just first starting out. You know, everybody hears about VOO. They hear about S&P 500. It's basically the best 500 companies, or the best 500 companies in America, all put together in like a basket. It's a basket of stocks. So you put all the stocks in there. They're weighted of how much of this company is bought, how much of this company of all 500, and it gives you an average return. Over the last 10 years, it's given you about 13.6%, including dividends. So let's just say, as a rookie, right? This thing is really messing up for real. But that's okay, because you know what? Every time you try to do something productive, there's always going to be resistance. Resistance is there to always see if you really want to get what it is you want. If you invested $400 a month, if you invested $400 a month, which is your 20%, if you're a rookie, just say you kept your rookie base. If you invested $400 a month for 10 years at this percentage, just putting it in there, what would your total be? Sometimes technology just wants to just test you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to pursue anyways. Trying to get some good information. And this joint want to fool. Just know resistance is always going to be there to try to test your patience. Test it. It works all the time. And then the minute you need it, let me procrastinate and prolong and BS and just be slow. This is why they're losing to Gemini, by the way. This is why they're losing to Gemini. That means over 12 years, over, this thing is really frozen, guys. This thing is really freezing up for real. Over 10 years, your money, more than double your money. Wow. You would more than double your money. If you just never touched it, your final portfolio after 10 years, if you just invested $400 a month, which is 20% of your contract as a rookie, and you just kept at that $400 a month, and you played 10 years of basketball. So you say, you know what, I'm gonna commit to it. See, this is the thing that most players don't understand, is what you earn in the game is not what you walk away with the game. So just because you one season earning $6,000 a month doesn't mean you're going to earn $6,000 a month for the rest of your life, and doesn't mean you're going to keep $6,000 a month every single month, because you have so many. I believe it's called Parkinson's law. As you make more money, your expenses goes up. So as you're making more money, your expenses goes up. And if you're not taking money out to invest and take care of and basically have a future for yourself, because there is no pension, there is no retirement for basketball players. This ain't the NBA. You are in control of your own NBA. They ain't got no Roth IRA. They're not investing anything for you. You have to invest for yourself. No one has something for you to walk away from the game. Everybody thinks you're gonna walk away with a house, a car, and live in a mansion or whatever, or I don't know what the stigma is of what you think overseas basketball is gonna leave you with. It's gonna leave you with a lot of tears, debt, upset, and realizing how political and stressful this game is. As great as it is, it's very stressful. So your portfolio would have doubled. You in 10 years you would have put $48,000. That means you would put up $48,000 over a 10-year span. You would have gained $53,000 of pretty much interest at the last. So based on the last 10 years, this is the average. That's just the basics. That's why if you watch my video yesterday, I say it's easy to get 25 to get 30% on your money. So the possibilities of earning money is so astronomical. Even with the most safest, or I wouldn't even say most safe, but just the basic that everybody use, which is the S&P 500, you just invest 20%, just 20% of your money, and just say, you know what, as long as I'm playing basketball, I'm going to commit to this. That way, I'm telling you, it's a different feeling. You don't have to, just because you play basketball, not everybody's going to get to that high mark. Some people get that type of money once or twice in their season. It's not that I reached $20,000 a month, now I'm going to get $20,000 a month for the rest of my life or the rest of my career. No, it's not like that. You'll be lucky if you catch one of those in your entire life in this game. Do a little research. Invest in the S&P 500. Bare minimum. VOO. Look up VOO. Invest into that. That's all I can say. It's not financial advice, but that is just this is what I have done. Step 5, automate contributions. Set monthly or bi-weekly investments. Got to be disciplined and invest. Invest regardless of market mood. Treat it like training. Consistency over emotion. Automation removes bad decisions. So when you don't have to worry about what you pick out your core. Go look at the video I wrote or I made about what I would invest in right now. Go look at that video. Invest into those things. Not financial advice. You make your own decision. And that's what I would have invest in. Keep it simple. Take out my 20%, and then I'm putting it into these things every month, no matter what. No questions asked. No need to look at it. No need to worry about it. You just look up one day. It's like I heard a reel one time of God say, he said, work, look up, no result. Work, look up, no result. Work, look up, you're up 6 figures. You look up, you're up 6 figures. Just like that. It happens really fast. Don't be like me. Work, 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 work. Win championship. Live life. 9 years later, $0, no assets, no retirement. $100 in my pocket. Working at Walmart. You decide. I got right around the 10-year mark. So all those years, I could have had 100,000. I could have had an easy 100,000 just sitting there invested. I started when I was 24. So when I'm 34, I'm 36 right now. Over the last 10 years, if I would have just put it in the S&P 500, I would have over 100, 150 because it would have been still compounded. Just putting $400. That's 20% of a rookie contract of $2,000. I could have committed to that easily because I'm making way more money than that now. I could have committed to that for sure. Step 6, understand risk before returns. Never invest money you need this season. Avoid leverage early. Accept volatility without panic selling. Stay invested is more important than timing. Don't spend money you can't. Don't go into that pot. Don't tap into that pot. If you can't invest it, if you see a good opportunity, I'm only telling you from what I know. If you try investing when you need the money and you don't have that emergency fund set up, you're going to tap into your main pocket. You're going to start breaking off pieces. It's like if you're building your financial house, right? Things get cold. Things start getting, you need it. You don't want to start breaking it off of your house. You're cold. You don't want to start breaking wood off your house for fire. You're burning away your assets. You're burning it away because you didn't take time you didn't have wood set aside for when the cold days come. You didn't have money set aside for when the cold days come. Build that 3 to 6 months up before you start investing. Build it before you start making other decisions, I would say. Don't, the market's falling. Go look at that video. Invest in what I told you, and you wait 10 years. This not the flip. This the build up. We're not thinking, just like how you want to have a long career, you got to think of longevity. You start doing things, you start stretching, you start eating different, you start listening to different people, you start working on your mind more. All that, it's the same thing. Step 7, limit speculation. If you speculate crypto, stocks, keep it low. If you're going to make those investments, keep it low. Keep the majority in your long. When I lost that 15 in the options market, that was probably about 20% of my cash. 80% of my main money was in the long-term stocks, in my long-term investment portfolio. Yeah, I took a hit, but it's not my main source, my main house. I wasn't breaking off my house and burning my house. No. It was a different portion of money that I was using for specifically trading. This part, I did not just say, you know what? I believe this is going in, so I'm putting everything in one basket and I'm going to ride this out. I'm going to put it all. No, I didn't do that. You got to protect. Protection is the biggest thing in your money growing, in your wealth journey. You need to protect the money. You need to learn how. You don't want to put your money into, I believe this stock, I heard about it. It kills me when my mom will hit me up. I heard about this stock and this. And I'm like, I didn't tell you to invest in that. I heard something and I didn't tell you to invest in that. It's amazing what people will randomly hear and think and jump on it without doing no information, without looking at the stock chart, without looking at the history, without looking at the fundamentals. These things matter. That's why you have to have a mentor to guide you along the right ways without just speculating and think, why I'm gonna just put it in here. Don't do that. Step 8, ignore short-term noise. Don't check your account daily. Don't react to headlines. Focus on the multi-year growth. The market rewards patience, not stress. Invest into the right things. Invest into the companies that are durable, that's been reliable. S&P 500, last 10 years, 13.4% growth, over 13% growth. Reliable. You have a history. You got a 10-year history. And how many times That was like 3, 4 years ago when that whole market crashed and my homeboy lost 40,000. And right now, if he never touched it, if he never even with that craziness and that mistake, if he never touched it, no matter what he bought, he would have been up probably double or triple right now. Still, ignore the noise. Ignore the noise. Reinvest, don't flex. Reinvest your bread. Any little extra you get when it comes to bonuses, think about, man, I get to add this to my financial house. Before you think about adding to your pocket and increasing your wardrobe and putting a down payment on a new car or whatever, think about putting it into that account, bro. I live bare minimum. I used to travel with 2 bags, a bunch of clothes, this. I used to go gaming and electronics was my thing. I used to do it all the time. Now, I only wear clothes, bold claims. I only wear clothes that I make or the team gives to me. I don't go shopping for a whole bunch of clothes. I don't go shopping for a bunch of shoes. Only the shoes that I need, basketball shoes. I got 1 pair of shoes that I use for like all my gear. I got 1 pair of black shoes, some Nike Air Maxes. I just bought them. 1 pair of shoes that goes with everything, because any other investment is into the business, whether that's this tripod that I'm using, a microphone, extra batteries. Everything I do has to be an investment into the thing that's going to give me more wealth. I'm not trying to get chains. I got a chain that I wear right now that I got from my cousin. It's fake. It's fake. You think I care? No. You think anybody cares? No. They always, oh, wow, that chain you got fire, man. That it don't even matter. I promise it don't matter. It don't matter. It does not matter. I drive a 2009 Ford Fusion. That's an old whip. Guess what? I don't care. You know why? Because my car insurance is $350 a month, or every 6 months. I live 7, 8 months out the country all the time anyways. And when I do finally get back inside of the country, you know what I'm saying? I got a car. Last time I was there for 3 months. Boom. A little barely maintenance here, oil change, get my tires changed here and there, get a little keep up. It's better than having a $700 down payment on a car. I don't use it that much. Why not use every little bit of extra money I can to stack, because it adds up. I was just talking with a friend the other day, and she was like going through all of my little accounts and cutting back. I told my mom the same thing. Yo, I got a phone. I was paying $40, $50, $60 for it. I say, no way. Talking to a homeboy, he told me, yeah, I pay $25 a month. Let me get that. Now I pay $25 a month for my plan. Unlimited everything. Powered by Verizon. Simple. Cut back on that. The insurance, I was paying $150 a month. It's crazy how you can go and just with a little research and determination. The same company that I got, I'm with Geico now. If you go and apply from the other way, the same way I applied for Geico through Geico, they charged me $150 and they jacked the price up to like $160 on the 2009 Ford Fusion. Found a different system. If y'all want to hit me up, I can tell y'all about what I use for insurance. Gave it to my cousin. She got in a couple wrecks, not wrecks, but a couple speeding tickets, and she was younger, like 20 or whatever, so her car insurance was like $800 a month, something crazy. Gave her this little app that I use, cut her car insurance down in half. That'll eventually go down for her because she's a risk, because she's older. I mean, she's younger, but I went from paying $150, $160 a month to paying $45 a month. They scamming. You just got to know how to get around, and you just got to know how to hustle and get to the money the right way. And lastly, step 10, plan a life for after basketball. What will you investment that will pay me when I'm stopped playing? For me, it's this network. It's my assets. It's my real estate. Build assets that reduce pressure to keep playing. Think in decades, not seasons. Basketball is temporary. Assets are permanent. This game ain't gonna last forever. Yesterday's video, I talked about gigs that can make you over $100,000 a year, part-time. There's other ways. You got to start thinking about the life outside of basketball before you start. You know, if you don't understand it, lastly, if you don't understand it as a rookie rule when you're starting out, if you don't understand it, don't invest in it. Stay clear from the noise. Stay locked in. And I wish you nothing but the best. Remember, greatness is a habit, not a right. Till next time.